If your brain could order from a cafe menu, it would probably say, something that keeps me sharp, hydrated, and doesn't leave me jittery or confused, please. The truth is, what you sip throughout the day matters more than you think, not just for your energy levels, but for long-term cognitive health. Whether you're a coffee devotee, tea sipper, hydration enthusiast, or someone who believes wine is a food group, your daily drink choices are quietly shaping your memory, focus, and resilience against brain aging. Let's start with the headliner, coffee. The world's most popular psychoactive substance isn't just about banishing grogginess, it has actual brain perks. Moderate caffeine intake, think 1 to 3 cups a day, has been linked to improved attention, reaction time, and even protection against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a brain chemical that makes you feel tired, while increasing dopamine and norepinephrine, neurotransmitters associated with alertness and mood. Translation: you feel awake, focused, and just a little more charming than you were 5 minutes ago. But before you start chugging espresso like it's a memory elixir, there's a dark roast catch. Too much caffeine, especially in older adults, can increase anxiety, disrupt sleep, and paradoxically impair memory. The sweet spot seems to be around 200 to 300 milligrams a day. And remember, your brain does most of its cleanup during deep sleep. So that late afternoon iced latte that keeps you tossing and turning? It might be canceling out the benefits it promised earlier. Now on to tea, the quiet overachiever. Green tea, in particular, is a standout for brain longevity. It combines caffeine with L-theanine, an amino acid that smooths out the stimulating effects of caffeine and promotes calm, focused alertness, like having a brain fog-lifting cloud without the internal storm. Studies show that regular green tea drinkers have better working memory and reduced risk of cognitive decline. Black tea, too, offers benefits thanks to its antioxidants, deflavins, and moderate caffeine levels. Even herbal teas, like peppermint and rosemary, may boost attention and recall in the short term, though they don't have long-term data quite as strong as their caffeinated cousins. And what about plain old water? Boring? Maybe. Vital? Absolutely. Even mild dehydration, the kind you don't really notice until you feel off, can impair memory, mood, and executive function. Older adults are especially vulnerable because the thirst signal gets weaker with age. In fact, one of the simplest interventions for fuzzy thinking in older adults is just a glass of water. It's not glamorous, but neither is forgetting your neighbor's name mid-sentence. On the other end of the spectrum is alcohol, which has long walked the line between a glass of red is good for you and your brain would rather you didn't. Light to moderate alcohol, especially wine, has been associated with a lower risk of dementia in some studies, possibly due to polyphenol like resveratrol. But the line between helpful and harmful is razor thin. More recent research is increasingly skeptical of alcohol's brain benefits, with findings showing even moderate drinking may reduce brain volume over time. Excessive alcohol, of course, is a clear risk factor for memory loss and cognitive decline, especially when paired with poor sleep, poor diet, or loneliness, the unholy trinity of brain aging. Then there are the trendy newcomers: kombucha, matcha lattes, adaptogenic elixirs, and mushroom coffees. While the science is still emerging, some of these drinks show promise. For example, matcha is like green tea on cognitive steroids, with even more L-theanine and antioxidants. Lion's mane mushroom, found in some alt coffees, may support nerve growth factor, a compound linked to brain regeneration. Just don't assume every $8 tonic is magic. Some are more placebo than powerhouse, and the sugar content in some of these health drinks could offset their intended benefits faster than you can say brain fog. Ultimately, the best drink for your brain is a mix of the familiar and the functional. Hydrate consistently, enjoy coffee or tea in moderation, go easy on alcohol, and treat those wellness drinks as sprinkles on top, not the whole sundae. Your brain, after all, is 75% water and 100% dependent on what you feed it. So choose your cup wisely. You're not just quenching thirst, you're investing in tomorrow's clarity.